Let me take you on a journey, a story that starts in the quiet corners of the internet and spirals into something much larger, pulling in one of the biggest stars in the world. This is the story of Jenkins and Selena Gomez. It began like most mysteries, just subtly, almost unnoticeably. At first, it was just a name. Jenkins. A name that meant nothing to most people. No one could point to a famous Jenkins. There were no records of a celebrity, influencer, or high-profile figure by that name. Jenkins was ordinary, almost too ordinary. Meanwhile, Selena Gomez was anything but a household name. Selena had grown from her Disney roots into a global superstar. She was known for her music, acting, and philanthropy, but also for the grace with which she handled the spotlight. Her fans, millions strong, adored her. But like all stars, Selena was no stranger to rumors. They came and went like passing storms, whispers of relationships, feuds, and chance encounters. But this one was different. The first sighting of Jenkins happened at a small, private event in Los Angeles. Jenkins wasn't on the guest list. No one remembered them entering. Yet, somehow, there they were captured in the corner of a photo with Selena in the background, seemingly unaware of Jenkins' presence. The photo didn't catch much attention at first. A random person at an event. It wasn't newsworthy until it happened again. A week later, at a charity gala in New York, Jenkins appeared once more. This time, closer. Not just in the background, but seated a few tables away from Selena. The tabloids noticed. Mysterious guest at Selena's table, who is Jenkins? The headlines read. But no one had answers. Jenkins wasn't famous. No verified social media accounts. No interviews, nothing. And yet, wherever Selena went, Jenkins seemed to follow. At first, people laughed it off. A coincidence. A persistent fan, maybe. But the sightings kept coming. A CF in Paris. A hotel lobby in Tokyo. A film festival in Toronto. Always near. Always just out of focus. And then came the video. A shaky clip posted online by a fan. Selena was walking down a street, surrounded by security and photographers. And there, just beyond the crowd, was Jenkins, watching, standing completely still. The fan captioned it. "Who is this? They keep showing up at every Selena event. Weird vibes." That's when the internet took over. Theories exploded overnight. Some believed Jenkins was a stalker. Others thought Jenkins was a secret friend or relative of Selena's. A few even speculated Jenkins was part of an elaborate art project, a living installation meant to blur the lines between reality and performance. But the most popular theory, Jenkins wasn't a person at all. A strange idea emerged that Jenkins was a code name for someone else. Someone famous who wanted to stay hidden. Perhaps Jenkins was a disguise, a way for a fellow celebrity to move unnoticed. The internet combed through footage, comparing Jenkins' posture, height, and movements to known figures. Jenkins is definitely a famous musician. One tweet claimed, "Look at the way they stand." But no matches ever surfaced. Then, as suddenly as Jenkins had appeared, they vanished. No more sightings, no photos, no blurry videos. It was as if Jenkins had never existed. The tabloids moved on, finding new stories to chase. But for those who had followed the case closely, the questions remained. Why had Jenkins followed Selena? Why was there never any official acknowledgement? Some believe Jenkins was a security detail hired under the radar, someone meant to blend in. Others argue it was all a misunderstanding, just a coincidence blown out of proportion by either fans and overactive imaginations. Selena, as always, stayed silent. She never commented on Jenkins, not once. To this day, if you mention Jenkins in certain online circles, you'll find people who remember. They'll pull up old photos, screenshots, and conspiracy threads. They'll tell you the case of Jenkins was real and that somewhere Jenkins is still watching. And maybe, just maybe, they'll appear again.